Hey everyone, welcome to this week's weekly chat. Learn why a 1,600 plus square foot unit could be a great investment. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's weekly chat. Today we're on the road doing interviews, but we didn't want to miss out an opportunity to share some knowledge base with you. So Alex Wilson from team alexjwilson.com, and we have Kyle DeVici, Director of Operations for Remax Wealth. So the other day, I received a question from a client looking at a condo between 16 to 1,700 square feet, listed for $2.3 million. And he's like, Alex, is this a good investment? And I thought, you know what, this is a great topic to help educate the audience on this. Now, he was looking what he meant by investment-wise. He wasn't renting it out. He was going to live in there. But he wanted to know what the long-term prospects were for the property, right? And so I wanted to put something in perspective, and I've said this to people before. So we have a section of the population that requires larger spaces to live. You're downsizing or right-sizing clientele, professionals that want to be close to the office space. We've harped about the challenges of getting around the city. So I went on MLS and I looked. I'm like, well, how many units are for sale currently right now in downtown? So that's defined as the area south of Bloor, north of the lake, west of Dufferin, and east of the DVP. How many units are for sale? 56. There are only 56 units in that huge area that are over 1,600 square feet. And why I use the 1,600 square feet and above size constraint was typically when I'm dealing with an individual that's looking for this style of unit, they need at minimum 16, usually larger than this, square feet for their unit-wise. They're coming from a larger home and they want something that can accommodate their lifestyle as well as the ability to have family come visit them.
And recently we had a listing that was 1,200 square feet, and one of the most common complaints about the property was that it was actually too small.
Yeah, downsizers looking in this area, they wanted a larger space. So to compare that with the rest of the market, there are 731 units available below 1,600 square feet. So plenty of options for units below 1,600 square feet, but not a lot of options available above 1,600 square feet. Now, you may be thinking, well, Alex, this is not something that I can afford right now, but you got to look to the future and where things are moving. I'm not asking you to invest in a 1,600 square foot unit. I'm just showing you where the values of these larger units are going to be going. So when I look at Toronto, we've talked about Toronto being the economic capital of Canada. We've talked about it provides 20% of the GDP, the Greater Toronto Area provides 20% of the GDP for all of Canada. The head offices in Toronto, there are 697 head offices in Toronto. Head offices have executives. Head offices have C-level individuals running the company. Those positions do come with high salaries. And a lot of these head offices are located in the downtown core. And these individuals are now, because we deal with them, are looking to relocate from their current locations. The kids have grown up, they don't need to live so far from the city anymore, and they want a space downtown. But I do not have many options to provide them downtown, nor are the buildings being built, the square footages of the buildings, the floor plates of the buildings being built to accommodate these individuals that require these units. So there will be, or there already is, a gap in the product, the supply challenge that is not being filled and will continue to have stress put on it as more and more individuals choose to move downtown and have requirements for these larger spaces. And even beyond that, when we look at the average net worth of households in Toronto, this was calculated in 2017. Do you know what it is, Cal?
No.
1.154 million. We are a city of millionaires.
Wow.
So the average household net worth in Toronto is 1.154 million. We have the most head offices at 697. The next city is Montreal at 381. So we have the most head offices. That means we have the high paying jobs. We average over $1 million per household wise. But if I wanted to live or downsize into a larger condo, I only have 56 options to provide you. And I know in the pipeline, there is very limited units coming online. So there is a supply gap in the larger units. If I were to go to a city, let's say Chicago, which you can see at our Toronto Penthouse living site, if you go to Chicago, it's the exact opposite. All of the condos in Chicago are large condos. They don't have small condos in Chicago. All of them are large, and these numbers would flip around. It would be 731 large condos for sale and only 56 small units for sale. So there is a huge supply gap from large units versus small units in the market. So my answer to this individual, when they asked if this 1,600 square foot unit would be a good investment for them, again, for them to live in wise, I said, absolutely. Here's the information you need to take into consideration. So what you're going to see on these larger units in desirable buildings, you are going to see a rapid acceleration of the price point in these properties because there are not enough large units for the downsizing population. So there's your education for today. Any more questions on that, Kyle?
No, I think you did a great job.
So if you're looking to buy a property or invest in property in Toronto, we're here to help you, guide you, help you build generational wealth and financial freedom through the investment of real estate. Okay? Talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.